Okay, so today we are going to learn how to make an easy crock pot whole chicken. So this is super delicious and it doesn't come out like most things from a crock pot. It comes out just as crispy as you would buy it at the store or from an oven. And it's even easier than that. So the nice thing about this is it can be really easily personalized. You can do salt and pepper, which is what I'm going to do today. But you can also do thyme, lemon, rosemary, curry. You can flavor it any way you want, depending on what you're feeling like that dinner. The other nice thing about this is the chicken you buy at the store to cook yourself is generally bigger than a rotisserie chicken you buy at the store. So you're gonna get more meat off of it, which means you'll probably have leftovers. And with the leftovers, you can make a lot of different recipes. And I put some ideas down in the description so you can try some of those out. And it is really nice to have some chicken that's already pre-cooked and everything, and you can just throw it in things like tacos or sandwiches or anything else. Okay, so this is a good time to talk about cooking for someone who's immune compromised. So you have to be really careful about germs, especially when you're handling raw chicken, because so many diseases travel in it and you have to be really careful. So first thing to remember is that you really want to wash your hands really well. It's really important to scrub for a full 20 seconds with soap. And if you have kids that struggle with washing your hands, you can buy something like this hand washing timer that can play music or give you a beep or just tell you when to rinse and when to get soap. And it's really helpful, and some of them are even fun, like this one, which plays music and is completely contactless. So young kids might not understand about how you need to wash your hands, otherwise it gets your parents sick, but this might make it more fun and easy for them to remember and stay healthy. So the other thing to remember is you want to make sure that the surface you're cooking on is cleaned after you use it with a disinfectant and like a paper towel, so you're not using the same towel you used for something else, because you don't want to put other stuff on your counter and then have that touching the chicken, because then all that's dirty too. And then the last thing to remember is keep your trash can next to you so you're not carrying the packages all around the kitchen and dripping stuff everywhere.
So now we are going to prepare the chicken. So the first thing you're going to do is pour a little bit of olive oil in the bottom of the crock pot. Then you're going to cut open the chicken and make sure to clean the scissors you use. And then you're going to put the chicken into the crock pot legs up, and then you're going to remove anything from the cavity or the neck.
Okay, so now that I've got my chicken in here, I'm going to go wash my hands and then we'll season it. Okay, so before I season, I'm going to make sure to clean off my area where the chicken was. So I have Clorox wipes here, and this is good because it's a disinfectant and kills germs. Okay, so now I'm going to season my chicken. Okay, so now we're going to season it. So I'm doing salt and pepper today, but again, you can do different seasonings. So the first thing I'm going to do is put a small drizzle of olive oil on top. This helps it get crispy. And then I'm going to do a sprinkle of salt. And some pepper. And you want to make sure you don't touch any of your spices or anything to the chicken, because that would make it dirty. Okay, so now my chicken is all seasoned. So now we're going to cook our chicken. So the first thing you're going to do is put your lid on tightly. Make sure it's tight and down. And now we're going to turn it on. So first, you're going to cook it on high for 3 hours or low for 6 hours. Either one works. And once it's cooked for the 3 or 6 hours, you're going to do an additional 1 hour with the lid propped up, just like this, or turned to the side, because it's going to help make it crispy and let the extra moisture evaporate.
As the chicken is cooking, you can check the temperature with a food thermometer, You want your chicken to be at 165 degrees Fahrenheit at the minimum. This is the temperature for safely eating it, so you can check it, and as you can see here in the picture, my chicken's not quite at the right temperature, so we'll come back and check it again later.
Okay, so now we are going to check our chicken. So we're gonna open the lid, and you're gonna get a food thermometer. You really can't cook chicken without a thermometer, so make sure you have one. And we're gonna stick it in. You don't wanna hit the bone, because it'll be a different temperature. And chicken has to be at least 165 degrees to be fully cooked. So mine's at 167, which means it is safe to eat, and that's in Fahrenheit. So that means it's safe to eat. So now I'm gonna crack my lid, and it'll make the skin all crispy. If your chicken's not at 165 degrees Fahrenheit, then you're gonna wanna make sure it's on high, even if it's been on low before. You're still gonna want it high, and let it cook a little bit longer with the lid tight on until it's 165. So once it's reached that, you're gonna crack your lid open to make the skin crispy, and you're gonna let it cook like this, cracked open, for about an hour, and then your chicken's all done. Okay, so now our chicken is done, and again, make sure it's at least 165 degrees Fahrenheit, and if it is, then it's all done. So now we're gonna take it out and cut it. And it's gonna be really heavy, so if you need help, make sure you have someone else lift it out for you. And now we're gonna cut it. Okay, so now we're gonna cut the meat off. So the first thing we're gonna do is cut down the middle. And then you're gonna cut around the edge like this, and around the edge like this. So this chicken breast meat is perfect for saving for future dinners or lunches, and it's a lot healthier than lunch meat, and it tastes really good. I'm gonna set this aside to cool, and then it's time for us to eat the rest of this for dinner tonight.